How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we're taking a look at my Anubismon deck profile. Now I do want to start by saying that this deck is very similar to the Fallen Angels deck that we had, and if you guys missed that deck profile, definitely check it out. I have a playlist with all my deck profiles, so if you guys need to find it, it's there. The idea is that, you know, the starter deck Anubismon is very strong, and if going Anubismon into Angewomon is, you know, pretty solid, as we learned, then what if we went Anubismon into Lady Devimon instead? There is a pretty good Lady Devi in the original Lady Devimon, but I also learned that the EX1 Lady Devimon is actually a fantastic card, and I really like it, so we're trying to base the deck around it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we're going to start off with the babies. We play 1 Sunamon and 4 Demimeramons. So this is a purple base. As you see, we have more purple options. Demimeramon is good for the draw and cycle, but I do like the Sunamon. One of my favorite plays with the whole deck is you have the Anubismon, you go into a Lady Devi for 1, then you draw 2, discard 2, and then you draw 1 more for the Sunamon. It's very nice. Lets you see a ton of cards. We do have a low rookie count, as you would expect. Candlemon is still here as the MVP realistically. The inheritable for the extra memory is just way too powerful. We have Tsukaimons, and then we have 1 Gaslimon, 1 Psychmon. Now, Tsukaimon is kind of nice. When the stack is deleted, you gain a memory. But keep in mind that he's definitely not like needed for the deck. And if you're the type of player where you value the Gaslimon and Psychmon more, feel free to cut the Tsukaimons for more Gaslies or more Psychmons. These two obviously exist so that we have access to them, and if we need them in matchups, we can bring them back from the trash. It is a low rookie count. We're going to rely on hard dropping the Anubismon a lot of the times. For champions, as you would expect, we have the 4 Anubismon. This whole deck is based around the Anubismon. The Anubismon is just a very powerful card. Being able to get the surge when played, Digivolve on top of it for 1, just too strong. We have the Black Gato for the rush, a Luisthepanda and a Meikumon. So we can summon the Black Gato from the trash very easily, and it's just a fantastic way to close out the game, right? Rush is just too strong of a keyword, and it's nice to have access to it. We have Luisthepanda because we have more purple tamers than yellow tamers, and because of the way the deck works, you'll oftentimes do your plays and you'll have memory to go into hybrid for game. Meikumon is just kind of there. This is like that standard sort of purple yellow deck. It kind of works, but if you wanted to cut it for anything else, you know, feel free to. But yeah, start of the deck, definitely the Anubismon. And also kind of a low champion count, but you know, it is what it is. We have the Gatos that we need. So for the 5s, we have 4 of the EX1 Lady Devi, 3 of the old Lady Devimon, and then 1 Maycrackmon. So I have 4 of the old Lady Devi or the EX Lady Devi, because I actually think she's better in this deck. The inheritable is really nice. When you play Digimon from your trash, you get a memory, and we could just do this very easily, so it's nice to have access to that. When Digivolving, you can potentially mill up to 3 cards if you want. It's a Lady Devi, so you go into it for 1. The other one lets you draw and discard, and can use the inheritable to pop rookies, which is also relevant. The Maycrackmon is a one-off because this deck plays 4 Flame Hellsides, but you know, you cannot Hellside these Lady Devis, so it's nice to be able to have a target that we can Hellside that is a level 5, or something that can impact the board if we need to. Because of that reason, we do play the 1 Maycrackmon, but you kind of want to just discard it as soon as possible so that it's in the trash in case there is a Hellside insecurity. And the majority of the times, you just want to be going Anubismon into Lady Devis to set up your level 6s. The EX Lady Inheritable is fantastic. You can do some crazy plays with it. So for the 6s, we run a little bit of everything. This is an Anubismon deck after all, so we have 2 Anubismon. I always love the alt art, it's real nice to have it. We have 2 Afanimon and then 2 Mastamon. As I said, this deck is really similar to the Fallen Angels deck where we ran Mastamon and Afanimon. Difference here is that we now have Anubismon. We can go Gato into Anubis for 3 with the old or the EX1 Lady Devi, you know, because you get the memory back, and Anubis is gonna summon on Digivolving anyway. So it's really strong. You can continue turn, push extra damage. The Anubis can summon any rookie, give it rush, can give rush to anything else. If you have an Anubismon that's out on the board and you get an additional stack that could do plays with it, it gets really crazy. Beyond that, we have the staple, you know, if Anumon is too good for that board control, and Mastamon just enables really cool plays. I will say that the Mastamon also is summoning Digimon from the trash, so it also works with the EX Lady Devi, and it's pretty solid. We have one level 7 in Omnimon Sword, and one other fancy Digimon in Luisthepanda. The Luisthepanda is a rookie. He can be brought back from Anubismon. So one of my favorite plays is, you know, you make the stack into Anubismon, you have discarded a Luisthepanda, you bring it back, you recover one, and then you have a 10k rush Digimon, which is pretty solid. The sword is a lot better in this type of deck because we are more combo heavy. We can actually get the memory to go into a sword and potentially maintain turn. We can also go into a sword for cheap because, again, the Lady Devi and Herald is just very powerful. You have a stack with it, you're going into Omnimon Sword for 5. You have a Candlemon, you're going into it for 4. You have a Maker, you're going into it for 3. You have Wind Rage, you're going into it for less. So it is very possible that you go into a sword and you maintain turn. If you, for some reason, have an Anubismon and you go into a sword, you know, Digimon needs someone can attack, but it's not even needed because he can just bring back Rush Gatos if you need the extra attacks. So the sword is a lot, and I really mean a lot better in this type of deck. And the Luisthepanda is nice to have. It makes the Anubismon a lot better. That is it for our Digimon lineup. Our Tamers is pretty basic. We have 2 Kari. It's not super easy to proc the Kari effect in this deck. We do have recovery from the Luisthepanda and the Ophanimon, but that's really about it. That said though, this is a purple deck base, and we're still playing Flame Hellside, so it's nice to have the Kari as a yellow source. We then have 3 Makos. Mako is an amazing tamer. As I've said it 1,000 times by now, she sets up your trash and gives you that memory to work with. As you see, as I was talking about, you know, when you combine all the 1 memory gain from summoning Digimon, it really adds up. Like Mako plus Candle plus Lady Devi is just too much. And that's it for the tamers, nothing else. If you want to try and fit a 4th Mako, definitely, you know, you can try and do so, but 3 is okay in this type of deck. We cycle through a lot, so we're able to find the Makos that we need. We have 4 Flame Hellside because Flame Hellside is a crazy powerful card. So the main summoning target here is the start of the Gatomon, but like I said, having the 1 make Crackmon is kind of nice. It's still too good. This deck is not as control heavy as the other variant. We're more aggressive, so we're not playing Chaos Aggregation. Instead, we're playing more combo options. So we have 2 Underworld's Call. Call is really good because when you're discarding it, you get to draw an extra card, which is very nice. In the early game, you need to cycle through and find your pieces, and Call helps you do that. But Call is really strong because you can also just play it for 4 and summon your level 4s. So the Gato for 5, we can mitigate that memory cost again with all the extra memory gain that I talked about. And when you're playing it from the Call, it's already 4 to begin with. So you can easily play a Gato for 2, even 1. You can also use Call to play Rush Gato for very cheap. It's just very nice to have that. We also play 2 Jack Raid because, again, we are more combo heavy. We have a lot more draw and discard and mill because our Lady Devimons. It just makes sense to me that we play Jack Raid to enable those kind of crazy plays. In security, it is still relevant. You know, it's not going to answer a Digimon like Chaos Aggression would, but it's still going to disrupt your opponent's turn, and that is good enough. We also have 2 Purple Memory Boost because we're purple based, and Memory Boost is just too good. Again, it's just going to extend our plays. And then to finish off the options, we have 1 Demonic Disaster, one of my favorite cards in the entire game, and 1 Wind Raid. So we naturally are a more aggressive deck, being able to get extra damage from the Mastamon, the Anubismon and whatnot. And a lot of times, you know, we'll have memory to work with because we have, again, so much memory gain. So the Demonic is nice for that extra swing to close the game out. The Wind Raid is really good because it lets us go into a Mastamon for really cheap, and it enables those crazy sword plays. And that is the deck. Again, it is a more combo heavy, more aggressive approach to the Angels deck. You know, if you like the Gatomon and you wanted the cool plays with it, but you don't love the more controlling yellow side, you know, try this one out. I will say I wish there was a Lady Devi X, because that would probably make this deck a little bit better. But I did really like both the Lady Devimons, and as I said the entire video, I was really impressed by how well the Lady Devi from the EX collection did. Her Herbal is actually really powerful. Anyway, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching.